It's this type of resilient performance I'm sure Simon Goodwin would have been looking for. They were challenged throughout that second quarter after getting off to a good start, but it's the maturity of the group, and it's sort of these sort of performances that they'll really get a big game from.
These can set up their season, give you a huge amount of confidence when you're a young side. I think that's good. He got a letter from a frustrated supporter during the week, a bit concerned. Should be happy tonight.
Led wide. Matt Crouch to Brad Crouch. Quick kick, and Jetta intercepting the mark.
Coaches love that feedback, don't they, Roo?
7 games into a career.
I think the D's fans will be pretty happy with what they've seen from the midway point of the second quarter tonight.
It'd have to be one of their best wins for a long time.
Yep. Well, they won here a couple of years ago against the Crows, perhaps. That was a big one, but this one's bigger, I would have thought.
Top of the ladder.
Viney.
No Hogan. No Ruckman.
Over the top. Yeah, no Gawn or Spencer. As Wiedemann's run down by Smith.
He's cramping there. He's had a big night, Wiedemann, not in terms of possessions, but I've loved his effort.
Now the Crows have got some numbers through the middle. Lynch. Long kick to Otten, who's been swung forward late in the game, and he marks. Of course, no Jake Lever for the Crows, so spent a lot of time in defence. He's been a swingman for Adelaide on his return, Andy Otten, this season.
He's had a good year, Root.
Yeah, fantastic effort. He couldn't have asked for any better.
So Otten from about 45 out, misses. Hit the post on the way through it. And it just has not been the Crows' night. Mark Rashudo, what does this loss mean?
Oh, well, it'll just really going to set them back on their backsides, really. They might have got ahead of themselves a little bit. Certainly the opposition look like they're playing them very differently.
Mark dropped by Miller up. Lynch was involved as well, but Lewis back for Melbourne to Frost. And he kicks it back through the middle of the ground. Kent was harassing Smith. Brown got the handball out to Smith. Trying to find a way through. Miller up to McKay. And his wobbly old kick to the line. It's still in play, Jetta. And the Demons' defence showing dash again. Hibbert has played an excellent game, but he turns that kick over back for Smith. And poke it short. So certainly players looking tired now and some space opening up.
Junk time. Perhaps.
Lynch controls that kick, and Douglas has got it.
Yeah, really well-weighted kick there by Tom Lynch. He was thinking about Eddie Betts, I think, in the pocket or at top of the goal square for the big fellas down there, but thought his way through it, and a beautiful kick into Richard Douglas.
His kick will reduce it back to 31 points, but that was if he'd kicked the goal. Spraying across the face, Richard Douglas.
Roo, we've talked about the tackle pressure from the D's. They're up to 90 tackles. It's been outstanding all night. It's a big game, 90 tackles. Jack Viney, the captain, with 12. Clayton Oliver with 10. Bernie Vince, 7. Nathan Jones, 6. Jeff Garlett, 6. And Sam Wiedemann, key forward, 5. That's a big return from all your players contributing.
We saw it from the minute they stepped out on the ground. They've just been sensational in that area. Just a little... In the prior 7 games, people have been talking about it, quarters or halves they haven't been good at. Tonight they only had 1 10-minute patch, so they have reduced that period where they just didn't get it right, but they regrouped it halfway through the quarter, and they've just gone on with it all night.
But only laid 90 tackles 6 times in the history of the club, Melbourne, as Otten takes another good mark inside 50.
It goes to show how big a performance that is. Only 6 other times in the history of the club. Been around a long time. That's a big night.
Really showed their intent tonight, the Demons. And Otten, another opportunity and another bad miss. A few questions now for Don Pike and Adelaide. They were looking very comfortable after the first 6 rounds. They were having some big wins over teams.
He said all year, hasn't he, in the media, that it's a long year. You know, there's been a lot of hype in the first half a dozen rounds, and I guess that's come to fruition. It is a long year. It is a marathon. It gives them a chance to regroup and really reset.
Yep, and Geelong are in the same boat.
Yeah.
They've lost their last 3 now, going down to Essendon tonight. GWS just fell in against Collingwood, so some of the better sides earlier in the season are going through a real slump at the moment.
Does show how even the competition is, and anyone can win on any given day.
Geez, aren't the AFL loving that? That's what the competition is about. Maybe the people at home where they want their team to always win are enjoying it, but the AFL would be loving it.
Good mark taken by Tom McDonald. He's certainly shown something forward.
Absolutely.
In the absence of Jesse Hogan, he's kicking maybe a little left to be desired. Petrarca after it again. And performance by Melbourne made all the better, seeing as they're playing a man down with Jaden Hunt out with concussion early on in the 3rd quarter. It's Brown up to spoil that one over the line.
A couple of Crows old favourites in Simon Goodwin and Bernie Vince would be pretty happy tonight. Bernie in his 200th has kept Rory Sloane to, well, and his teammates, not just Bernie Vince alone, to the 11 disposals.
But doing the job on the skipper is always a great one. To be able to shut Rory Sloane out to 11 disposals, really minimal impact on the game. That's just an awesome start to beating the top of the table side.
And 2 weeks in a row, the hard tag for Rory Sloane, and held him. You'd expect that teams will probably do that for the rest of the season now.
They're still at him with a minute to go. But I think it's a sign of Adelaide's learnings in this early part of the year, not only for Rory, but for the teammates to look after him, give him a chop out. He's been harassed all night. Teams will look at this and go, well, that's the way we beat them.
There are some downsides to being the Brownlow medal favourite.
Well, you know about that route?
No, it was a roughie.
Oh, please.
Frost with a big leap over the top of his teammate in Hibbert. A highlight for the defender. It has been a big night for Melbourne.
You'd think they'd look at shutting down Rory Laird as well, Pav, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
As Kent quickly got it on the boot, and he's kicked a great goal. Bit of icing on the cake for the D's. And we have a look here. Bernie Vince playing game number 200 tonight. Showdown medalist back in 2008. Simon Goodwin was a captain on that night. And those two continuing that relationship now at Melbourne. And both pretty happy, the former Crows, with a win tonight.
Yeah, I think they'll probably have a couple of beers after the game, I think, perhaps.
So they should. So they should have, particularly if Bernie's pulled up well. He's got 55 family members here.
I reckon that's a lot less than what's here. I reckon
well, he owed them to get them in, because he wasn't supposed to have his milestone game in this game. They were supposed to fly to Melbourne, but he got a suspension in round 1, so that's why it ended up being here in Adelaide. So I think it did cost a few family members some flights.
Did it be his shout then?
Oh, yeah.
And we get a free kick.
Melbourne. There'll be no one in Stansbury tonight.
If there are, they're having a great time.
And Jordan Lewis will take the free kick.
Come back on.
41 points. It has been a stunning turnaround by Melbourne. The Crows looked like they were cruising midway through the 2nd quarter when they led it by 28. But Melbourne have stormed home to get victory here at the Adelaide Oval. The Crows lose 2 in a row, and it might be just a season-defining win for the Demons, who have stormed home to claim victory by 41 points.